Shalom, Israel. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh God for allowing me to see another day. Call Hallelujah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. What's going on, Israel? I'm your house speaker. Uh, your brother Judea, aka known as Dalo McBee, the brother from Torah Night. Come this morning, really, this kind of discussion. Just gonna be kind of brief and short with it. It's not gonna be too long, you know. The problem that we have today is that a lot of Christians, man, they still feel in their hearts and what they believe in uh, that they supposed to get up every Sunday morning to do Sunday worship. But as you know, you're worshiping the sun. You're worshiping, you know, a demigod. And when you go back to Exodus 20, and the third verse, it automatically tells us, which is a commandment. This is a law that we're supposed to do. You shall not recognize the gods of others in my presence. So, for the non-believers, or for the believers who believe in uh this Jeebus character, or Yahweh, or however they try to pronounce that name, it's a shame how you people continue on to believe in it and serve other gods. But right now, a lot of these Christians waking up, first thing they doing is getting ready to go praise a sun god. Man, it's sickening. It's very sickening. You should not prostrate yourself to them. None of that. Because in Exodus 34 and 14, you shall not prostrate yourselves to an alien God, for the very name of Yahweh is a jealous one. He is a jealous God. And that's just it's just the way it is, people. When you over here doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing and then you do it, hey, it's on you, buddy. I'm not doing no breakdown. But I just know that this is what you Christians gonna do. You waking up, y'all finna get ready to go to church, do all this old sun worship stuff, you know. And it just totally keeps us out of order. It keeps us away from Yahweh, and it's just the way it is. You people need to wake up. Shalom, shalom. Anybody want to get on in here with me? Uh, I'm not really doing a breakdown on nothing. Just basically just talking about how I know my people. That's what they're gonna do, man. And Israel has it very badly. They tend to love to wake up and do sun worship. You know, I don't even think no one kept the Sabbath, especially not these Christians, man. They just the way they is. Shalom, nigga.
Hey Shalom, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I just saw you on. I thought I'd jump on and maybe have a little back and forth. But yeah, what were you talking about? You're talking about how people today are going to church.
Oh yeah, they're waking up in the mornings. They getting themselves prepared to go do this old sun worship, you know, and it's just sickening.
Yeah, I hear you. The thing is, most of them don't even think that. They just like because of the whole having done it so many times, they don't really think what it really is. So.
Right.
I mean, that's why if you told them that, they would be a little bit taken aback because it's like something they've done for the longest time. They don't know anything else. So
Exactly.
you got to kind of break it to them gently. You got to get them back into the Torah gently.
Yep. Yep. You're right about that. Man, I've been having a whole hard few weeks and months pass by.
Well, what's been
About
what's
my
been going on?
son. Yeah, with my son, just trying to run these streets and you know, my son's mother, she's basically not doing what a mother's supposed to do. I ain't trying to just put her down out like that, but just praying that and hoping things will get better. But
I'm curious. Did you find him the day you were
yes,
looking?
yes, I found him. Right now I got him in a safe haven place.
Okay,
You know,
that's good.
cause I mean, he would leave my house, go to school, and wouldn't come back. I didn't know what was going on, and uh, so far he done got kicked out of school. So it's just a lot that I got to deal with at the moment.
Yeah, that's not good.
Right,
I just was concerned because when you asked for people to pray for that situation, I did, and I didn't know if it resolved, but it's a good thing it was resolved. So
oh yes,
praise
I really
Yahweh for
appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Praise Yahweh for the fact that you found him. I hope you are able to get through to him. That I don't know how old he is. How old is he?
He's 16 and a half. He'll be 17 at the end of the.
Well, you definitely want to explain to him why that life, whatever thing he's doing, isn't good. You need to get that through to him before he hits 18, because then, as an adult, he can be charged as an adult,
Right,
and that means going to prison. And prison is no place that you want to be.
exactly.
I mean, I
Yes.
think the best thing you got to find YouTubers or something that can explain it in a way that maybe he'll listen to. But the best thing to tell people or someone who is in that position is, prison is no place you want to be, like I said, but for reasons that are pretty easy to understand. Like, uh, you don't have any freedom, for one, but
Right.
also you're in a place where people are going to be violent. Not just the other inmates, but guards. Depending on where you are, sometimes even the guards have a tendency to beat or mistreat inmates. So you have
Con.
all kinds of things that kind of make make that whole lifestyle not very attractive, or I should say, something to be avoided. So maybe he just needs to hear the reality of it. But I mean, far be it from me to tell you what to do, but sometimes
Right.
a wake up call can be, not even experiencing it. It can just be hearing about it.
Right. Uh, so at this little place where I got him at, we kind of have like last week I went to a little family thing. Me and his mother, his siblings, just to give him that support. He really needed it, but hey, we just taking it a day at a time, brother. It's basically keeping your hour first and through it all, and everything will turn around. But yeah, man, it's just been a crazy month and weeks. I'm like, gosh, sometimes it's just like everything was just coming. Man, I'm driving. People want to try to run me off the road. It was like I was just literally seeing this spirit jump on people, and then it was trying to get me to react. I guess to throw me off track to go back into that old way of me. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're genuinely on the right spiritual path, you'll find that things are trying to knock you off all the time, and that goes with, your individual, I guess you could say walk, but because everyone has different things that are intended to possibly make them go astray. Not everyone is the same in that regard, so that
Right.
might just be your individual fight, but some people have it, harder and some people have it easier, but it's all relative to each person.
Oh yes, most definitely.
It's like, have you ever seen like a dandelion or one of those things that has all the seeds, a little puff of wind blows and it just blows away? Some
Yep.
people are like that. It doesn't even take very much to get them to go off. Other
Right.
people, it's like it requires a stronger push or, stronger blowing force.
Oh yes. Yeah, I know
So
exactly what you mean by that.
that's why there's like,
Situation where hey, it was like after that family meeting that we had, I went to just decide to go get me a bite to eat before I head in. Because I was going to a place, it was called Wendy's. I was finna get me a burger or something. Well, as I'm in the turning lane, the opposite direction of traffic was coming, the car was coming down. I'm already inside my turning lane, finna turn left. With the car that was coming down the street, he gets in the turn lane, but instead of him going past me to get behind me in the turn lane, he rather get in front of me, like we're bumper to bumper. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
yeah, yeah, I can see it.
So I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? So I blow my horn, and the guy he comes with like, you know, the N word, all this whole stuff. So that kind of like teed me off.
Just out of curiosity, was it a white guy that did that?
He looked like he was white, but he could have been like one of those Arabian motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like you'll get someone who isn't a white person per se, but
Right.
they'll feel like because they're not explicitly a white person, they can say things like that. So,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It's just that's kind of messed up.
Yeah. That situation was very messed up because after I left from where my son was, I mean, I had a very long talk with him, make sure they was okay and all. He understood the situation why he's there, and and from there, as I'm finna go, part give me a bite to eat. Like I said, that old spirit must have got on this guy, and he wants to be an ass and just wants to get in front of me. And like, dude, it was really ridiculous.
If someone came and be like that, I probably would start laughing. I'd be like, I just laugh at him. I'd be like, what? Dude's nuts.
I kind of tell the guy, like, man, what is your fucking problem just getting in front of me like it? And his answer was, you driving reckless on the street. Dude, how you coming down the street? I'm going up the street to make a left turn. But you want to get in the turn lane that I'm already in. Block
Yeah, that's messed up. But
right.
you know what? I would have said, "Oh yeah, reckless. I've been without an accident for a year. I think I'm good. I'm reckless."
Yeah. So
You
you
can
know, we
you
back
can
and
spin it
forth having
around
words.
sometimes.
We were back and forth having words. You know, I decided I'm about to peel off. So I just like flicked my middle finger at the guy, and dude got so hot. I guess I wasn't feeding into it or something. He got so mad and went in rage, man. He just took off after I just made my left turn because I just went on around him and said, fuck it. Since he's not trying to move out of my way, I'm gonna just move out of yours. So I went on around his car, made my left to where I was finna go and do. He peels off into oncoming traffic right here on West End Avenue, following me. You see what I'm saying? Following me. And I'm like, wow. In my mind, I was saying to myself, like, dude, if you follow me to the house and I grab my pistol, I'm telling you, man, the next thing I'm gonna do is gonna be some shots fired. That's all I can think.
Yeah, that
I'm
reminds
more
me of
like,
something.
man, you following me. I'm like, dude, you asking for trouble. You picking the trouble, but now I'm gonna really give it to you. Like,
Yeah, that reminds me of something someone said once. They said, if I'm going to go back to prison, I'm not just going to go back to prison. I'm going to go and get 4 or 5 life sentences.
right,
So that's how much it means to some people, because even though they could go back to prison, they don't want to go back for something like, a small little thing. They want it to be like go big or go home type thing. But
right,
I don't condone that
right.
at all, but for one thing, I understand the sentiment behind it. So, but yeah, that guy was nuts. I mean, I don't know what was going on with him.
Me neither. Me neither, man. All I know, I was just very thankful that I got away, for your house protection. Like seriously, because usually I would have my firearm on me, but I knew I was going to family. It wasn't no reason to have that on me. I'm just going to this place to get back home. But usually
Yeah,
when I have my firearm on me, it's because either I have it in the car with me or something like that. You know, it's because it's in my neighborhood where I live at, it's really getting ridiculous around here. And these young folks, I mean, younger than like my son's age. I don't understand these people.
so wait a minute. Just a sec.
Uh,
So are they're younger than your son and they're already committing violent crimes?
yes, yes.
So you got kids that are like, what's the youngest?
The youngest was like 13 or 14, and they out here robbing people. You
Yeah,
know,
and you know what's even worse about that? The worst part is that's the worst age to be, because you start that life that young, and it's really hard to get out of it because you get stuck in it.
right, right, because that's all they know. That's all they seen was taught.
And
They
I've seen this happen. I was reading a book about a guy who would become a member of the Mexican mafia, and he
Mhm.
started off as a street gang member, and everything he went through was sadly typical of someone like that. He went into juvenile institutions, and just that led to prison. So
Right,
it starts off, juvenile stuff, and then it leads to that, and it leads to sometimes even prison gangs. But that's why you gotta like be careful. You gotta like watch out,
exactly.
especially if you're the person that might even be going that direction, because crime doesn't pay. It doesn't matter where you are, in what country, it doesn't pay.
Exactly.
And there are countries that make this one look damn near liberal, how we treat criminals. Because as bad as we are, there are ones that are even worse. Maybe not in the same way, but they're more controlled. Like in
Right.
Japan, for example, there's no gang banging in any of the prisons. Gangsters leave that at the door when they come in. So that should
Right.
tell you automatically that they don't play that game.
Right. It sounds like a kitty game, don't it? You know?
And the Japanese have their own version of criminality. It's the Yakuza. But they typically don't do things that you would see over here. Like they're very respectful to the police. In fact, if a gang member in Japan even talks to the police disrespectfully, he'll get reprimanded and punished when
Right.
he gets back to the gang headquarters. They'll chew him out because they'll find out the police have contacts with the Yakuza, and
Right.
there's a real fluid communication between the two. So yeah, there's a level of respect there that isn't found over here. So I mean, I kind of think that it would be better if we could bring that over here. But I mean, criminality isn't good no matter what. But to some extent, I think if we had an idea of respect, more of a concept of respect, I think society would be a lot better.
Yeah. Especially if people had more respect for others, you know.
Other people and their possessions,
Yep.
their belongings.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, did any of the guys have TKR?
No, I didn't. I didn't see any. I didn't see any on. So
Okay. Ooh.
I don't know what's going on with Judah. He says that Japan is starting to look like a country he may not be able to live in.
Mm.
So oh, and there's a YouTuber I watched that might have gotten arrested. It's
Wow.
unfortunate, but I don't even know what he might have gotten arrested for because his whole channel was about how he went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
So part of me believes that it must have been something that I don't think he did anything to go back. I think they might have stuck something on him or something weird happened, but I have yet to hear about what happened, the details, but I
Mm. Wow. Well, for guys, if they got anything going today, something, we can
you're
all.
a 13th Amendment slave.
Huh?
Once you become a felon, you're a 13th Amendment slave, which means that for the rest of your life, that will always be part of your life. The
Right.
fact that you've been convicted of a felony. So, if anything highlights that, it's the fact that,
Hold on, CJ.
yeah, that
Right.
hangs over your head. So, yeah,
Ooh,
it's a messed up thing that slavery never really went away, it just took a different form.
right.
Even after the abolition of slavery, the first chain gangs pretty much were that.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever seen old pictures of guys like all on chained together and doing work, but it's
I've seen a couple of them, but every time I see stuff like that, it just I hate to see it. It just
I hate to see it too, but it's part of the messed up history of this country. But
yes.
because we didn't even have police until after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Right. And all that stuff is just, man, it's just crazy. It's sickening, man.
And then, of course, as you probably know, the drugs. The first drug laws were enacted because of Hispanics and so-called Negroes.
Right.
It wasn't even about health. That's the really funny thing.
Right, wasn't? Man, man.
It wasn't about health. They didn't care. And
Man.
to this day, they still don't care.
Right. They show this it every day.
And it's messed up because I hate the fact that the people who do that kind of stuff look like me. So I can only imagine what it's like to turn on the news at the end of the day and see today a 7-Eleven was robbed, and you're like, oh please don't let it be a black guy. Don't let it be a black guy. And you see and the suspect was right. You see a picture of him taken by the camera, the security. And you're like, oh, damn.
Right. Man, hey, these fools, they don't really care no more.
That's messed up, but it's
They
sometimes
know the camera looking
it's
at them.
messed up and amusing because you got some dude puts the mask on as he's coming in the door.
Right, right. They just don't
Basically,
care anymore. It's like they get sloppy with what they're doing. They just overexcited about what they're about to do and then go do it. Forgot my mask. They might walk in without the mask on.
and you know what the best thing is? His friends are all watching and they're like, man,
Right,
yo, they call him up. They're like, dude, you made the news. And he's like really?
right. It's like it just be a big joke to it. But it's just the way things are, man. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very crazy.
And that's why people need the Torah.
Yeah, they most definitely need that. We all know those Christianized people gonna wake up on their Sunday's best, go hear Pastor Pope Chop,
And
preach
you
his
know you know what the worst part of it is? Like, you'll never hear the whole Bible being taught by any of those institutions. They just teach, from one little bit of it, and then they jump to another part, and then they jump to another part, and they try to make it sound like, what they're teaching is in there.
right.
So it's like sometimes you don't hear about the things that are really part of the culture. So, like, this is a book about a nation of people. Even if you include the New Testament in it, that's still a nation of Israel in there.
Right.
So it's really hard to say, and this is a book for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You got the reason they do that is because they have the line that says, "Go and make disciples of all nations," when that's not what was originally said. It was originally said to go to the lost sheep of Israel first. So, of course, that really meant lost sheep, not even in the land, but in places you wouldn't even think of, because to a person who hears lost sheep now, they don't know what that means. They don't know the cultural context. But originally, if you were a shepherd and you were looking for a sheep that wandered off, you would have to look in the most impossible places because sheep could get anywhere.
Right.
I mean, they would be in a hole in the ground or somewhere that you would have to you wouldn't see it first. So that's what it was meant by that. So he was saying,
Right.
go to the places all over the world where, you wouldn't assume there would be Israelites.
Yeah, because we were scattered everywhere.
And the really weird thing, have you ever heard of, there are actually Israelites in India?
I haven't heard of that, but be obviously the way they did, and hey, I believe it. I believe they've been there,
Well, the funny thing is, the guy they call Saint Thomas went there, and he actually found the extremely lost sheep of Israel there. So, and he established a little community, and they were pretty much by themselves for a long time. But the Catholics found them and started trying to get them to go along with Roman Catholicism. The funny thing
Wow.
is, they actually resisted the Catholics for the longest time. So
Right.
it's kind of interesting if you ever want to look that up. They're called Mar Thoma Christians, but they're very distinct from what we know as Christians over here. So they're a very distinctive community in all the things they do, and they sort of have some of the parts of the temple in their so-called churches.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
actually
check.
really interesting, but yeah.
check. Mm. See in the house.
Oh, we
Stay.
got someone else in here.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Shalom, sons of Jacob and CJ. How you guys doing?
Um,
Shalom.
shit, your brothers, y'all come in if you want to. I ain't really doing much. I'm just
Yeah, hit that link.
good old discussion. That's about it. You know, we ain't getting up doing no sun work. You know, we discussing. We need to
Yeah.
address all these
Oh,
issues.
you could get into that really deep, but the Catholic Church, they pretty much put solar symbolism into that. Like, with the
Right,
round host and the way they lift it up into the air and all that, it's solar symbolism.
right.
So, I mean, I'm sure people who study that kind of thing are aware of it, but yeah, that's something they put in there to keep the masses under a spell, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. All right. So, yeah, most definitely, brothers. I'll make sure. Cool. Yeah. Also, tell those brothers shit if they got anything they want to do like a build or whatever. I'm surely glad to help out.
I'm actually gonna go do something. Not. I'm not going to church. I'm just going to take a shower. But of course not. I would. I just had to mention that because I'm leaving all of a sudden. But yeah, uh,
Nah, you good, brother.
life goes on. But I'll talk to you later. I guess. Shalom for now.
All right. Shalom, brother. Appreciate you coming and stop by. Yeah. Yeah, brothers, if y'all want to come on in, have a little chat, it ain't much I'm doing. I was just discussing about, I just know these Christians waking up and finna fly to church and they Sunday's best. I had a good old hardship month, last couple of weeks and stuff has been kind of tough and rough for me, but you know, still was able to do what I need to do. Of course, like getting that help from my son, making sure that he wasn't just out here in these streets like that. I couldn't sleep as a father. I couldn't rest well, knowing that your child just he be anywhere. I mean, my only fear was seeing him. He might be, here again. Praise to you, how that right there is covered. Yes, I just sit here. I just give me a second. Or if any of you brothers want to come on in, link is in the chat. Still here, just give me a second. All right, good folks. All right, yeah, good brothers. Man, like I said, if I got anything that y'all wanted to do, come on in, most definitely. Let me get my background playing. Like meditating. All right, Jeremiah 29. We'll start from the top. These are the words of the letter that Jeremiah, prophet, sent from Jerusalem to the rest of the elders of the exile, to the Kohanim, the prophets, and all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had exiled from Jerusalem to Babylon after King Jeconiah and the queen mother and the servants, the officers of the Judah and Jerusalem, and the artisans and the gatekeepers left Jerusalem. He sent the letter by the hand of Lasha, son of Shaphan, and Amera, son of Helkiah, whom Zedekiah, king of Judah, sent to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylonia, saying, thus saith Yahweh, master of angels, Elohim of Israel, to all of the exile whom I have exiled from Jerusalem to Babylonia, build houses and settle, plant gardens and eat food. Take wives and begot sons and daughters. Take wives for your sons and give your daughters to men. Let them give birth to sons and daughters. Multiply there, not that your numbers diminish. Seek the peace of the city to which I have exiled you, and pray for it through Yahweh. Through it, peace will you have peace. Verse 8. For thus saith Yahweh, masters of legions, Elohim of Israel, not let your prophets who are in your midst, your magicians delude you. Do not listen to your dreamers who you appoint to dream. For it is falsehood that they prophesied to you in my name. I did not send them. Word of Yahweh. I'm stopping. Again, Israel, waking up, go to some sun worship. In Exodus 23, it says clearly, do not serve gods of others in Yahweh's presence. So, knowing that's a commandment that you break. And then I take this and just use this verse just to show you, like, the dreamer that Mr. Pastor Pope Chop about to do. He's finna give a wonderful speech today. You know, y'all people coming down off them pills, coming down off them that strong drink, that wine, eating all that swine and stuff that y'all been eating. Y'all been kicking it hard this week. I know, because I've been dropping you people off. Man, I've been dropping you people off. So, that being said, it get going. But that said, Yahweh, 70 years of Babylonian Yahweh, I will fulfill you, promise, return you to this place. For I know the thoughts that I am thinking for you, word of Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future and hope. You would then call out to me and follow me. And you will pray to me and I will listen to you. You will seek me and you will find me. If you search for me with all your heart, I will make myself available to you, word of Yahweh. I will return your captivity and I will gather you in from all the nations, from all the places where I have dispersed you, word of Yahweh. And I will return you to the place from which I exiled you. See, that's what Pastor Pochop should be preaching about. It's gonna be that time when we do come back to that promised land. Time when Yahweh will bring us all back. But you won't be brought back if you keep running past the Pochop every Sunday. Worship. Knowing it's the first Sunday too, also. Let me jump up to that too. Hold up, y'all finna be dealing with the blood again. Wow. Sad how people are so spoiled for lack of knowledge. It's crazy. They finna be drinking this blood on all these things. In second. Um, finna be doing that vampire stuff. They thinking they doing that. Brothers is already Leviticus 7. Yeah, Leviticus 7 and 26. You shall not consume any blood in any of your dwelling places, whether from fowl, from animals, any persons who any persons who consume any blood, that soul will be cut off from his people. But y'all figuratively doing this. Y'all give me a second. This train is passing. bear with me, please. I know it's about to blow. Pretty much. Read that verse again. Leviticus 7 and 26. It says, "You shall not consume any blood in any of your dwelling places, whether from a fowl or from animal. Any person who consumes any blood, their soul will be cut off from its people." So figuratively, you going to church and you reenacting like you're drinking the blood of a man. It's been how they got us, how they used to have us just practicing this witchcraft stuff all and it's sickening. It's very sickening. Yeah, man. Sorry about that, y'all. But what you Christians going to do? It's the first Sunday, like y'all like to do y'all little communion and stuff. You know, and then you're breaking oh, it's past the Pope top. It's not breaking laws and explaining what you should be doing the stuff that you're not supposed to. Genesis 9 and 4. But flesh, with its soul, its blood, you shall not eat. However, your blood, which belongs to your soul, I will demand of every beast, but I demand it. But of man, of every man from that of his brother, I will demand the soul of man. You know, again, like I said, the blood, it's something that you ain't supposed to be doing. Figuratively, you going to church and y'all doing this sun worship stuff, man. You just an abomination to y'all. You can get yourself corrected and right, but stiff necked people, just hard headed, just don't want to listen. I feel like I can be a good teacher just by how I can deliver this or how I can put it together. Just need more practice. Uh, like I said, been going through a lot, but still give praise to Yahweh for it all. I praise him for what he's already done, what he's about to do, and what he haven't already done yet. You know, because I know as long as I'm try to read it from this. Jeremiah 12:16. It shall be if they learn well the ways of my people to swear in my name as Yahweh lives, just as they taught my people to swear by the name of all your Jesus Christ, then they shall be restored along with my people. But if they do not listen to that nation, rooting and destroying it. Word of Yahweh. Like I said, hey, this ain't my words. People just need to get right. Gotta get right. But that being said, man, all praise to Yahweh. Hallelujah. Yahweh. I dropped a video yesterday, but was basically keeping it about the Sabbath. It's something that we're supposed to do, you know. Uh, hmm, yeah. But all praise to Yahweh, man. I'm gonna go on in this video. Like I said, brothers, if y'all got anything y'all want to do, man, I can help out. You can be on either one's channel. Appreciate the shares. Really ain't even about that with me. You know what I mean? Especially if you feel like I'm not giving no information out. Basically, you know, in this video, it wasn't too much information I was giving, but what I read from the Torah, that's all the information that I feel like if any viewer can share to a person that don't know, maybe that can help. Like I said, I believe more patience with this and have myself organized when I'm starting off doing this. Man, maybe things will be better. Like I said, I don't believe I'm a good teacher yet or best teacher, but I do my best. All praises to Yahweh. So I do believe what always keeps me focused, what I always stay on is always be in Joshua 1:7. Only be very strong and courageous to observe, to do according to the entire Torah that Moses, my servant, commanded you. Do not deviate from it to the right or to the left, in order that you may succeed wherever you will go. Verse 8, this book of the Torah shall not depart from your mouth, rather you shall contemplate it, means that you should meditate day and night in order that you observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way successful, and then you will act wisely. Behold, I have commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not fear, do not lose resolve. For Yahweh, your Elohim is with you wherever you go. Call Yahweh, Yahweh.